Yeah, fellas, I'm actually making a response to my response video. Some guy named T Dot. I have no idea. I don't know what to say about the dude. I really don't. Okay. First, Herman says, this is a very smart man. I wish he was our president, but he would probably be fucking bitches except for doing his work. LOL. You're probably right, Herman. That's why I didn't go into the religions. I knew I would abuse that power and take advantage of the females in there. I believe in walking the path 100%. Thank you, Force 100able. He writes, Player Supreme, keep speaking what's true. Most of these Caucasian racists, I changed the word there, are so dumb they can't think. And Laophone comes back with thanks for the clarification. That's what I needed. And you're welcome there, Laophone. I'm glad you actually got it. This T-Dot now. Wow. Romney may have had unlikable policies. He not only had unlikable policies, but his religion. Again, you're white, T-Dot. Okay? You don't know what it feels like. If there was a national religion, oh, let's take the black Muslims over here. I forgot what their party is called. Under Farrakhan. The old Farrakhan, before it got real political. Let's go back to Malcolm X days. What if Malcolm X, your version of what you think that they sold you Malcolm X was about, what if he was running for president? Let's make it even worse. I want you to Google a man named Khalid Muhammad. In a lecture he said about the South Africans, kill them all, goddammit. Kill the babies. Kill the babies. Kill the faggots, the lesbians, the old cripple crackers. How do you think they got old? By oppressing black people. What if he was running for president? And he had every black person behind him in the United States and a lot of Caucasian folks behind him. Now that's just his political beliefs. You know, that's his religion. You know, he was coming from a very militant style of religion. Would you then object to his political and religious beliefs? Think about it. When the shoe's under the foot, then you begin to understand. Right now, you're white. And as C.K. Lewis said, you know, the best thing around is being a white male. And he's absolutely right. You know, you enjoy that privilege. T-Dot, in his fallacy, said Romney may have unlikable policies. The man couldn't stay clear on what he wanted to say. He clearly stated people vote for him on his policies, not his religion. Okay, now if a man's religion, by the way, if you know anything about Mormons, which obviously you do not, a Mormon is religion first. I don't care what they show you. That's the way they're bred. They're trained. Okay? And he's many families deep, generations deep, Mormon. That's the way they're raised and trained. Religion. So they are a product of their religion. If their religion is black people are evil, that God lives on a... Come on. God lives on a planet Kolob? Come on. Even you can't be that idiot, that ignorant. Actually, ignorant means lack of knowledge or something. That's stupid. T-Dot, come on, dude. I know you want to be all fair and schmear. I don't even know if you're fucking American or not, but I don't want to be all fair and schmear and shit like that. No. No. Just as you're wrong about Obama being a Muslim. Obama's not a Muslim. You said down here he was brought up in an Islamic background and his father was Muslim, but Obama is a Christian. How can he be brought up in an Islamic background when his father had nothing to do with him? Can you explain that to me? When his grandmother raised him? His own mother didn't even raise him. His grandmother raised him, who was a white female. Hawaii. Explain to me how she would take him to a mosque somewhere and drop him off. Which she did not even like black people. Explain that to me, T-Dot. I need to understand how in your mind did you buy into the silliness of that shit. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You bought into the propaganda. They controlled your mind and got you to believe that. You don't even see it. You don't see it, young man. Oh, Jesus. No wonder why Romney did so goddamn well. You know, normal common sense people would have shot his ass right off the fucking cannon when they found out about that Kolob shit or the magic underwear shit. A president wearing magic panties? Are you fucking kidding me? What if he had a bad day and have his magic panties on? Is he gonna flip out? What the fuck? That God lives on a planet Kolob, and then when people by race, my little grandkids die, their skin's gonna split open, and all the racist nonsense, a white person's gonna come out as our fucking president? Are you fucking kidding me? You see, you don't get it because you're white. That's your problem. If you were black, you would see what I'm saying. That's some nonsense right there. It's nonsense to most white folks out there. You ask the white folks on this channel if that's not some goddamn nonsense shit. When he dies, he's going to become a god? That's not a Christian religion. And at this time, they would not elect anybody who was Islamic. Okay? Remember, you're probably not in this country. If you are, then you're probably too young to remember this incident called 9/11. It's where some radical Islamics ran, apparently, in theory, or apparently, what we're told, ran into our Twin Towers here in the United States of America. And that's what started our whole campaign against them, in theory. So we're told. Never mind all the other stuff. Okay? So right now, unfortunately, Islam is not top of the list here in the United States. If you even look like you're Islamic, you try to board a plane, they're watching you. So he finally admits, yes, I made an error on that statement. Okay, if you made one error, okay, you admit that you made an error. Now can you see that error compounds other errors in your thinking process? That means you're coming from error. Okay? That means your thinking is not correct. One error. That shows that you will absorb falseness and believe it. That you don't have the common sense to recognize some bullshit. So that shows that your thinking process is basically in error, T-Dot. Total error. So, what else do we got going on here? This nonsense. You know, what's really amazing is how the people of the United States got fooled by some bullshit. They made a big deal about Obama's religion, by the way. You guys remember that? When he was running for office? And that one fella, Reverend Wright? You guys remember that? I don't know if you guys, some of you guys are old enough to remember that, but there was a reverend, real, super light-skinned reverend. He was obviously angry because he wasn't born pure white. That's what his issue is. I see that in a lot of super light-skinned with straight hair black dudes. The real irritation is they weren't born full white. And this guy's like right next door. So he's making all these bad comments about white folks and angry about slavery and shit like that. Maybe he's mad because maybe his white blood came through rape or some type of control situation, which he has every right to be angry about. But, you know, they bought that shit up. But nobody dug into Romney shit and bought it up. That shows, now listen, T-Dot, that shows that Romney's people have a lot of fucking power. Okay? That shows how much power Romney had behind him. Use your head and think. Put the pieces of the puzzle together. See the big picture. The big picture. The people who are on the racist side, and by the way, race stuff, that's a program also that they put into your race. It used to not be that way. Okay? This shit started back in the 1400s. Way back then. And it's been going on for 600 fucking years. 600 plus fucking years. God, I gotta explain everything, man. But anyway, back then, they didn't have race issues. Okay? They didn't have this race shit that's going on in the world right now. So that was put there into your race. They programmed you to think that black people are less than what we really are. One example is in the England newspaper. They were saying that, Africans had 3 legs, 1 eye, that type of stuff. People bought it up. People who don't use common sense, T-Dot. You got to learn to use your common sense. I don't know how much you have. You're probably one of those real smart guys and with no common sense, like 2 of my brothers. Well, one's deceased now. But you got to grow your common sense to at least start investigating this shit. Look into it. They got you to believe. I can't believe they got you to believe that he was raised a fucking Muslim of Islam. Come on. You should know better than that. You should have read the stuff that he had no contact with his dad. I believe his dad's dead anyway. He had no contact. Fucked the mother, got her pregnant. They did their thing. He exited out. Whatever. So, hey, I suggest you do some research. Don't argue for the sake of argument, just so you could feel like I'm a big man. I'm smart in that darky type of nonsense. Okay? I've seen your type many times before. You like to argue online, so you feel like big men. You're not going to get that here. Well, first of all, you're in the wrong. Your information is invalid. It's basically, your information is basically a lie. So your thinking is obviously in error. So anyway, good luck on that, and we're done with that subject. I'm not going to entertain any more argumentation on it because you're in error. Why waste my time, talking to someone who's obviously in error? Also, you got whatever slanted beliefs you have inside of you, that you're looking for. We all look through the world through a lens, and that lens is made up of all of our beliefs, our programming, our race, our age, our knowledge. Okay, it doesn't give us a clear picture. And if you've been programmed with the Obama is a Muslim, a radical Muslim shit, and all that other nonsense that they got you with, then you're not seeing a clear picture. It's like throwing shit on the glass, which is what they did. So all that's coming out of it is shit. Does that make sense to you, rest of you fellas? We need to school T-Dot on some truth here. Okay? We really need to school T-Dot on some truth. And I'm a little tired. I'm really tired. Shit's gotten old to me. Obama's in the office. He fucking won. Get over it. Really, get over it.